and welcome back to the Profile Pod. I'm your host, Double A, here for another spectacular episode right here in the studio. Once again, my favorite place in the whole world, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from. As you can see, we got our amazing guest here on standby. And once again, I just want to say to everybody, man, it's been it's been gratifying to see everybody support, love, and just showing love, man. Bottom line to the podcast, man. So I'm going to continue to bring you excellent content, and like I mentioned last week, we are now on official Doc TV 33, and that's on Amazon, Google Play, and Roku TV. So tune in, man. I'm going to continue to bring you exclusive content on that platform. So big shout out to Doc out there, man. So don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. If you want to show one way to show some great support, man, is just to subscribe. Simply subscribe to the podcast. Click on that red button, and it's all good, man. It's all good. And follow me on Instagram. You guys know the deal, man. And rate and review on Apple Podcasts. It's always great to get the feedback and see what you guys are thinking about me. So, and those are, it's always positive feedback, man. I'm blessed. I get a hater. I need haters. I need more haters. Honestly, I need more haters because haters are good indicators, man. Shit. If you have haters, that means you're doing something right. So, anyways, let's get to brass tacks, like I like to say, man. This gentleman came all the way from, can I say, Orange County, man. Orange County. To be here along with Erica. She's in the background, his amazing wife. And I appreciate you guys coming out. This guy is doing his thing on the comedy circuit. He just performed in Downey on the what was it called, the April Fool's show. And shout out to everybody out there that went to that show and all the other comics that were on that bill. And he's funny as hell, man. He's here to tell his story. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Jasso. What's up, man?
What's up, man? I appreciate you for having me, man. This is no matter where we're at, no matter where you are, a podcast is a podcast. As long as you got a mic, and something to record. But I appreciate you having me, man. Top four in Los Angeles, man. I had to come out here. Hey, I had to come out here. Let's make it number one.
Oh, thank you, man. No, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you guys. We have I have the tent set up for you, man. I know you guys came off a long way. Maybe if you want to camp, you're welcome to camp out.
I'm going to a camper right now. Camper. I brought my work clothes for tomorrow.
Yeah, there you
go. Ready to go.
Jeez.
But hey, a drive is a drive. At the end of the day, we're still here. Got to support each other. But I appreciate you inviting me. So I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
Same thing with you. So I appreciate you having me.
Of course, man. No, I appreciate your dedication, man, and that just shows me that you're hungry, and I see the hustle, man. I see the ambition and the drive, and so I knew you were going to be here, man. Again, thank you for coming out, man. Well, how's everything been going for you guys, man? Like I said, I see the hustle.
Yeah,
you've been performing.
It's going great, man. It's going great. Something I could never imagine. But I got the opportunity. Once the opportunity came to me, it's like, you know what? I gotta run with it. I take it. I gotta go. I got a talent. It's time to show it to the world. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be young. You could be old. You're gonna get a start somewhere. Once you get that start, just go. Just run with it.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm running with it.
That's great, man. And how long you been doing comedy now, man?
Really, a year.
A year?
I'm going on a year in May, next month.
Holy man!
Yeah, I'm still a rookie in the game. I'm still a rookie. Stand-up comedy, I'm still a rookie. My content and everything that I've been doing on social media, I'm going on 2 years.
Wow, man! I that's crazy, man. You seem so much more seasoned, more experienced, bro. And
that's what everybody tells me, man. You got to show. I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie in front of getting respect by vets. And that it's all hard work, man. It's all hard work.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. That's okay. Wow, that's interesting to know that, man. I like I said, it's you're out there doing your thing. You're performing, man. And but let's take it back a little bit, man. So we don't have to go too far back or maybe we do. I don't know. To get you back, when did you decide to take a stab at comedy? Is this something that you always enjoyed? or again, did you just catch the bug or something? Talk about that, brother.
Yeah. Well, I've always loved comedy. Growing up, I always loved it, but I never saw myself doing it. I always loved it, but honestly, bro, it was the pandemic, dog. It was a pandemic. You can't go nowhere, can't do nothing. You're stuck at the house, and and shout out to my daughter Aaliyah. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be doing this.
Is that right?
Yeah, honestly, cause before the pandemic and all that stuff, I saw her on TikTok doing all the TikToks and all that stuff. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was. And then she saw it and she goes, "Dad, can you do it with me?" So I did it, and then maybe 2 3 weeks went by. I was just doing it with her, so I created my own page. And then oh well, let's start doing it together. And then I started seeing it. I was like, man, people are really blowing up doing this thing. People really started blowing up, and I had like one video where people started laughing and all that stuff, and I was like, I'm pretty funny. So I think I'm pretty funny. So and then I started writing my own skit, started doing my own thing,
Oh,
and it's like, man, it just took off from there. I turned my Instagram from a personal page, to a public page to try to brand myself and this and that. Then I started, family and friends, and now it just kind of is going. It's going, man. So it's pretty much the pandemic, man. The pandemic pretty much brought the best out of me because there's really nothing we could do.
damn.
Like I said, if it wasn't for my daughter Aaliyah, I probably wouldn't even be here. Honestly,
That's amazing. Shout out to Aaliyah. How old is Aaliyah?
she's gonna turn 11 May 14th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she turns 11. That's the oldest, man.
Aaliyah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. That's great. And so it started off with you had a TikTok account first, right? Or
Yeah.
concurrently
Well,
with.
I started, yeah, pretty much TikTok, and I transitioned it to Instagram. Like I started doing TikToks, and then people on Instagram like, oh, why I can't see your videos? 'Cause I don't have a TikTok. I don't even know what that is, and this and that.
Uh,
I was like, well, let me learn how to save them. Then like, let me learn how to save them and start posting on Instagram and try to figure the whole thing out, man. Cause before that, man, hey, I'm about to turn 33, man. The whole social media stuff. At first, I didn't even know like what a hashtag was. I didn't know, how to do none of that stuff. And then I learned. I learned as I went. Started watching other people. I was like, wow, what did you have? I used to call it the pound sign. I used to call it the pound sign. It was
right,
like,
right.
it was like, why is everybody using the pound sign and this and that? And it was like, oh, it's a hashtag. It's a hashtag. Okay, I gotta figure it out. So hey, I learned. I learned over time, and I picked it up pretty fast.
It's funny you say that, man, because if it wasn't for this podcast, I don't think I would have a social media page myself, man.
Yeah.
It's all I use it for the business and to promote the pod. There's nothing wrong with social media. I'm just, yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. I I didn't know what the hell does that mean, man. Hashtag but what kind of skits were you like? Tell us a little bit about those first few skits, man. What was some of that content? What were they related to, or what was kind of the basis for those skits?
If not a lot of people are too familiar with TikTok, let me run it down. TikTok, once you post a video, any video you post, it creates a sound. Anybody could click on that sound. It could use your voice.
Okay.
That's how it is. And that's what I was doing with my daughter at first. She was just clicking sounds, pretty much imitating people, imitating lip syncing and all that stuff and everything. So I started figuring it out, and I'm like, and once you click the sound, you click a sound, and you could see how many videos were created with that one, with that one profile or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, these people, they're pretty blowing up. So that's how I started, just doing different sounds. And then I was like, man, you know what? I could do this myself. I could do this on my own. So I'm gonna say maybe the first 10, about 15 videos of myself are just doing stuff with my daughter. But then I was like, you know what? Let me start doing different skits. Try to do stuff on my own. So I'm at work. I did security for 12 years, up until a year and a half ago, and I started doing stuff at work. People that could relate to security. Doing little security skits here and there, and then it just pretty much went from there. It went from there. I wasn't getting that many views. 100, 250 views here and there. But I seen, and then once I transitioned to Instagram, it was like I'm making people laugh here. People, are really vibing with it. So I'm like, let me see how far I could go with it. Let me see how far I could go with it. And then up to last year, I had same thing at work. I created a video at work. Took me less than 10 minutes to make. I got 1 million views within 3 days.
Wow.
and
On Instagram or
on TikTok.
on TikTok?
Yeah, we hit 1 million views within 3 days, and it just took off. That's when everybody started noticing who I am. Shout out to my manager my manager Blanca. You know, aka Sky Presents.
That's right.
That's how she discovered me on Instagram, and she invited me to some comedy show. And so you down to do comedy, stand up? I'm like, no, I never done stand up in my life, but I'm
Holy
down. But I'm down.
And when was this, David? I'm sorry.
This was last May.
Okay, so almost a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago. It was a fundraiser for Joe Cholo.
Oh,
Joe Cholo, rest in peace
rest
to
in
him.
peace. Yes.
And you know, I got on stage. I felt that I sucked, but must have did something good because she invited me to more and more, and from there it just took off, man. So it's the TikToks. A lot of people call that like a children's app or whatever, but for content creators, man, hey, that's really where it got. That was my platform that got my name out there.
You know, speaking of TikTok, man, my son. You know, I was telling you, he's 20 years old. He's a dad. You got to get a TikTok. Got to get a TikTok. He keeps telling me, and then I keep saying, yeah, I am. And and now I'm hearing you. No, yeah, TikTok is a good, it's a great, like you said, for content creators, man. It really can be a catalyst, man, or it is a catalyst for a lot of people. Propels them, right? Like obviously, case in point, right here.
Yeah.
You know, and but you mentioned I wanted to go back to your first performance, brother. You know, back for the event for Joel Cholo, and talk about that, man. Like going up on stage. You know, tell us about, you know, what was it like, those moments before going on stage? Were you nervous that day, the day you woke? I mean, that morning. So
Man,
let's go back in time a little bit, bro.
I was nervous as hell, bro.
Oh, really?
I was nervous as hell. When she called me, cause she reached out to me on Instagram. I gave her my number. She called me at work and she let me know what was going on. And then she goes, send me a picture so I could put on a flyer. I'm like, on a flyer? Like, damn, what the hell? Like, I never been on a flyer. You know, and most of my pictures are with my kids and my wife. You know, like I don't really got anything about myself. So I just sent her a little bunk ass profile picture, and I still got it, you know, for memories. And then the day of, like I'm excited. I'm like, and I just go, damn, I don't got nothing to wear. I don't got nothing to wear, you know. And I'm used to wearing basketball shorts, comfortable, you know. And my wife goes, you ain't wearing that. And like, hell no, you're not wearing that. Let's go get you some pants, a brand new shirt or whatever. I was like, fuck. So we went to the swap meet. Had to
You
wear
could be
pants.
cut dead with it.
Yeah, I was like, damn, buy new shoes and everything. I was like,
Okay.
shit, okay.
Nice.
And then we get to the venue. And the people at the door don't know me. They don't know who I was. And I had to call Blanca's because they were charging me like $20 to get in. I was like, hold on, like I'm one of the performers. Like, wait, hold up. I was like, hey, Blanca, come get me. Like, out the door. She's like, oh no, that he's one of the comedians. Got me in there, and we're there, bro. We're there at the venue. She tells me you're gonna go up at 5 o'clock. I'm all right, cool. 5 o'clock shows up. I haven't had my name called yet. She comes back. Oh, we're running behind. You know, you're gonna go up in 10 minutes.
So the suspense just keeps just building, right?
5:10 comes up. I was like, damn, it's still not like I'm already forgetting everything I'm about to say. 5:30 shows up, nothing. I'm like, damn. I was like, what is going on? So finally 6 o'clock shows up. I hear my name called. Like, now I already forgot everything I was gonna say. You know, I already forgot everything I was gonna say. So I was nervous, man. As soon as I got on that mic, I was like, I don't even know how to make people laugh, man. It's one thing to do it on social media because you're not in front of people, but then you're in front of people. The only thing I did, man, is just go back to every video that I made and just go off that.
You have forgotten your routine.
Honestly, man, like I didn't even create a routine, man. I had like a whole month to prepare for it, but it was like, man, I'm naturally funny. I'm just gonna go up and do what I gotta do, you know. And that point.
Is there video of that?
Yeah. I got video, but I don't post my stand up.
Okay.
You know, I don't post it or anything like that. I post maybe like 10 or 15 seconds of each stand up. You know, just little
clips,
segments here and there. But a full stand up, like I don't post it. But I have it saved and all that stuff on my phone. I always look back to it. I'm like, man, I heard laughs, but I felt like I suck. You know, I felt like I sucked. But Big Citric was there. Big Citric was there. He was hosting, and he done 2 or 3 other shows that I got invited to. He was hosting, and he really took me under his wing as like a mentor.
Okay.
And he was like, man, every show you're doing, you're getting better and better and better. and that was pretty much my motivation to keep on going. Like shit, if I got the okay from Big Citric,
Uh,
one of the
yeah,
top dogs out here is like,
yeah.
I gotta keep going, I gotta keep going. So that first performance, man, like I zoned out when I got off the stage. I had my wife, like, the people laugh, like, did people even laugh? She's like, yeah, you had some laughs, you had some laughs. And man, I was sweating. I was
Wow.
like, man, as soon as I got off, like, I didn't even know how to end it, bro. Like, I didn't have no closing joke or anything. It's kind of like, get me off already. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Like, how do I keep going and this and that? But yeah, that first one was definitely tough. But
Yeah.
now it's kind of like it's just second nature to me now.
Oh, okay.
After a year later, it's just like I worked on my craft.
That's awesome, man. It doesn't matter if you're in front of 5 people or 5,000 people now. I
Yeah,
can right or
exactly. Yeah, and there's
you've come a long way, man. Damn.
no, yeah, now every show, like I used to open up for people now I'm either in between or a closer.
Okay.
So within a year, it's like, man, I worked hard to get to where I'm at. And there's shows that come and I tell my wife, like, man, I don't even want to do it, cause there are like 4 or 5 people there. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, those 4 or 5 people don't know who I am. There's 4 or 5 new followers I could get, So I'll still I might not say my routine. I just might go bullshit it or whatever. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, if 4 or 5 people are here, doesn't matter if I bomb. Let me try some new shit. They laugh, they laugh. They don't, they don't. Hey, there's nobody here to record it. There's nobody here to like, oh, who the fuck is this dude? And none of that. But when it's a full crowd, it's like, okay, I gotta be on top of my game.
Yeah.
I really gotta go.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stand up comics, man. I say this all the time, man. I've always had such um a great amount of respect for stand up comics, man, because that's one of the hardest things to do in life. Period, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, in any walk of life, to
Yeah.
to stand in front of a crowd, and even one person, to make one person laugh
Yeah.
on a stage, the lights, the microphone. That is a super unique skill for someone to have, man. And like I said, man, it is.
Yeah,
You know,
it ain't easy, man. It ain't easy at all. Everybody has their routines. That's my wife, man. When I know it's my time to come up, I get away from everybody and I'm pacing in the back. I'm pacing away from everybody. I'm going back and forth, and I had somebody ask me like, "What are you doing?" I'm trying to get in my zone, bro. I'm talking to myself. I'm going back and forth, talking to myself, make sure like I know what I'm about to say when I come up, and I'm feeding off the people in front of me. I'm
energy.
feeding. Yeah, it's like I gotta feed off the people in front of me. It's like whatever they're saying, if it's not going, it's okay. Let me. I gotta get the crowd back in. And if they're not laughing at the comedian in front of me, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be a tough crowd. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a tough. Like I gotta do something about this. So it's tough, man. It's tough, but I love it. It's fun because that energy when they get the laughs, it's the laughs that really gets me going.
Mm.
If they don't laugh, it's like.
Yeah. I know.
It's like, what
Yeah.
next? Like, what do I say? Puto's like, what's next?
Yeah. Right. No, that's great, man. You feed off the energy but when I can imagine when you're on a roll on stage, man.
Yeah.
Talk about how exciting or the feeling you get, man. You're on stage and everything's just clicking.
Yeah, man.
Isn't that talk
Yeah.
about some of those moments, man?
When I'm on a roll, like it's like I want to keep going. I want to keep going. There's every comedian of course got time to either 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and it's like when I don't see the person that hosting it stopping me, it's pretty much he's telling me like, man, you're keep going, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like keep going. So I have a routine, I have a routine just like every comedian. But once I get past my minutes, it's like I'm all pretty much just brainstorming. I'm just fucking just pretty much just bullshit and just saying shit out, and if the crowd's getting into it, it's like, okay, I got something working for me now. Let me keep on going. But it's the laughs, and then I consider myself pretty much a storyteller comedian.
Okay.
I'm telling a story, and then I just hit the punchline at the end. Tell a story, hit the punchline at the end. And my wife and my family says this all the time. When you're up there, people are engaged. They're staring at you. They're engaged. They want to know your story.
Yeah.
And because they could relate to it. 'Cause I talk about my mom. I talk about my sisters. I talk about my relationship, my kids, and people like are relating to it. But it's like I'm not one of those just punchline. It's like I got a story to tell.
Okay.
I got a story to tell. I'm on stage, and I'm just here to tell my story, and with a punchline. That's pretty much how I am. So I'm just going.
Uh,
At first, I was nervous. At first it was hard, but it's just like it's as soon as you give me the mic, it's go time. It's done. Like it's over.
It's you get a rush, huh? He's
Yeah,
just
yeah. It's like it's fun, man. Like it's fun. But once they tell me, all right, you got like 2 minutes left, I'm like, oh,
oh,
nah, I gotta get off. I gotta
it-
get off.
it-
It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to get off.
there's a sense of disappointment, like, oh man, I'm having fun up here,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. That's pretty much what it is, man. Like I'm pretty much having fun up there. That's all it is, man. Just having fun, engaging with the crowd. It's dope, man. It's a dope feeling, cause like I said before, 2 years ago, before a year ago, I wasn't doing none of this. I wasn't doing none of this at all. So it's just now it gives me a sense of hope, a sense of life, motivation. My kids look up to me now. My wife looks up to me. There's followers that follow me look up to me, and it's a trip, man. 'Cause I got young comedians that even hit me up, asking for advice. I'm like, bro, you do know, like, I only started like a year ago, but it's like, man, like, we seen you grow. We seen you grow over time. It's like, oh, and it humbles me. It humbles me, and then it makes me hungry, man. It makes me hungry to keep on going.
Yeah, right. That's absolutely true, man. Yeah, man. I've been podcasting 3.5 years, and my wife still hates me. Damn. What's your secret? Can you talk to my wife? After?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, it's comedy. Like I said, comedy is king, man. You can make any girl laugh. You make her panties wet.
Oh.
That's pretty much how I got her. We're going on pretty much on 7 years. So as long as I could keep making her laugh, at the end of the day. So either that or she just wants to see where I go to get my money at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's a plan. She has a plan.
That's the plan.
There's an agenda.
Yeah. I'm waiting till he gets rich, and I'm like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I got him. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. He's broke now, but once he gets that money, that's it. All the problems come with it.
Oh man. No, you know what, man? So when you first started, though, now you mentioned your style now is you're telling stories on stage. You're a storyteller,
Yes.
and then you do the you come in with the punchline at the end. Well, was it? Is that how you started with that particular style, or talk about that process, man? You kind of had to identify your style, right?
Yeah. So when I first started, man, like I said, I was going back to every video that I made,
Okay.
and I learned quick. Okay, these are videos. They're hitting on social media, but it's not gonna work on stage. And I learned that right away, man. Like it probably took me like 2 or 3 shows to find like, you know what? I need a routine. And then watching other comedians, and then studying other comedians, watching these Netflix specials. Joe Coy, Gabriel Iglesias, Kevin Hart. It's like, man, they're talking about their families. they're talking about life. It's like, is my life that fucked up that I can make it funny? It's like, can I make it funny? It's like, can I do that?
How fucked up is my life?
Yeah. So it's like, let me switch it up then. Let me switch it up. Right. I remember the first show that I actually did my whole routine and it hit.
Okay.
It hit. It's like, okay, I got something going. Yeah, I got it. I finally figured this shit out.
Nice.
And it didn't take me that long. Some are true stories. Some is fake shit that are fucking hypothetical in my head.
Yeah.
But you don't know. But you don't know when I'm on stage because I'm
Right.
telling a pretty goddamn good story, and that's my hardest critic over there, my wife. It's like, you stutter too much. Relax.
Oh, okay.
Take your time. Take your time. Sometimes we don't understand what you're saying, so it's kind of like slow it down, relax.
And you need to know those things. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
absolutely.
started slowing it down, really, really hitting my punchlines, really hitting my stories, making it believable.
Yeah.
At first, I just stood there. I just stood on stage, just pretty much just like a stick, just there, not moving. Now I'm moving around. Now I'm doing, now I'm more animated, on
Emotion.
stage, all that and everything.
Nice.
Speaking more Spanish on stage,
Okay.
that gets a lot of hit too. Talking about my mom more. That's getting a lot of hits now too. Even when my mom's on stage, you just hear her in the background, but you learn, right? It's like you hear in the background. It's like, you have any hecklers? Yeah, my mom. It's like the only one.
That's good.
But it's all learning process, man. But looking back at it, it's like, I'm proud of myself. She records everything. She records everything that I do. And then she comes, you want me to record it? No, not this time. Not this one, because it's pretty much the same crowd, the same venue.
Okay.
And it's like, there's no need to record it because I'm gonna say the same shit. But it's more, it's like, I want you to enjoy it at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, that was my thought process at the end. Cause if my wife's got the phone in her hand, she's not enjoying the show. So like, let somebody else record it. At the end of the day, it's like I did my work. You know, I got my videos and all that stuff, and let me just do my thing. You enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy the show, and then you tell me after how I did. You know,
Yeah.
it's just take pictures. Like
Yeah.
just take pictures. I don't have enough pictures on me on stage. Like just take pictures. You know, but
Yeah.
I have enough content. I have enough recorded where I can see myself. I study myself. You know, and I'm slowly getting to more jokes, different jokes here and there. You know,
Right.
switching it up here and there, and it's man, it's a learning process. Every show is a learning process. You know, you got a different crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all learning, man. It's all learning. But if you don't learn from yourself, then you're never gonna get better.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you mentioned that you kind of look back and you study other comics. I think honing your craft is something that's huge, especially as a stand-up comic, man.
Yeah.
What are some other things that you like to do, David, to hone your craft to just to get better? Period. End of story. You know,
Yeah.
how do you get better?
Honestly, bro, I just talk to myself, man.
Mm,
It's just all talking to myself. Nobody, not even my wife. I don't rehearse. I don't talk to myself in the mirror. I don't write none of my jokes. I don't write nothing down. I don't put nothing on my phone. I don't write nothing. Especially when I'm in the shower, I'm talking to myself. You know, and it's more of if I'm not making myself laugh, I'm not gonna make nobody laugh. You know,
oh,
so it's not like so if I'm talking to myself and that shit's funny to me, I'm gonna try it out there. It's like, yeah,
okay.
I made myself laugh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You know, and even on the car ride over to the venue, you know, my wife stays quiet and I just start bumping some hip hop, some of my favorite songs, just going getting myself in the zone. You know, just talking to myself, and it's like, cause it's just that's pretty much my routine, just talking to myself. You know, and it's like, I can't fuck this one up, and then you get to the venue and I'm seeing what other comedians are doing. I'm looking at the crowd, trying to see the race. If it's all Mexican, is it all white crowd, all black crowd.
All
You
right.
know, trying to feed off what they are. You know, and me growing up in South Central, I could relate to the Mexicans, the Latinos. I could relate to the,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the blacks.
Yeah.
It's just the white people I can't relate to.
Uh,
But I've never come across anything like that. But you know, the blacks and Latinos, I could relate to all that shit.
right.
Talk about South Central. Talk about you know, my family, my upbringing, and all that stuff. But as far as you know, just getting in my zone, man, just getting in my zone. Even if I got a dream about it the next day, you know, and it's like I got my routine. You know, I got my routine. I got the same, you know, set of my go-to jokes. Once in a while, I'll throw something new.
Okay.
If the crowd reacts to it, okay, I'm gonna implement it to the next show. If it doesn't, then you know I gotta think quick. Okay, well that didn't work. You know, I gotta be on stage. If they don't laugh. You know, I gotta make them laugh at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just standing up there like, whoo, hearing crickets and shit. And
Jeez.
fortunately for myself, I probably only bombed like one show. I think I only bombed like one show, but it was a private event.
Oh.
It was a private event, so
Uh,
none of them motherfuckers follow me. None of them motherfuckers know who I am and all that shit. So it wasn't like the recording. I deleted that shit. It's like I don't want it out there. You know, I saved the clip of it for I could go back in time. You know, that's not something I want to do ever again.
yeah.
But in the public eye, the public show, man, it's like I'm getting laughs, man.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm doing it right. You know, at the end of the day, it's like it's nobody. People are coming up to me, telling me what's my Instagram, what's my TikTok. You know, it's like, man, even in my mind, if I think I suck, but
Mhm.
people out there think I'm funny, and so it's like, man, if they think I'm funny, let's just ride with it. No, just keep on going.
Wow, man. Yeah. So you mentioned you don't write anything down, nothing in your phone. So for a show, like you said, you have your go-to jokes in your head,
Yeah,
and then you'll mix it up with something new. And but you don't have a set, you know, routine, right?
yeah,
For each show, every show is kind of like you just mentioned. It's based on the crowd and different
yeah,
factors, right?
yeah.
Who are some influences for you, David, early on, man? Like, yeah, I know for me, man, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, man. So for me, like, Andrew Dice Clay is huge.
He did.
Sam
Yeah,
Kinison, man. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Chris Tucker,
yeah,
Bernie Mac,
yeah,
all those guys are legends, bro, right?
yeah,
And just, I mean, I don't know if you remember every Friday night, man, back in the early '90s, bro, Def Comedy
Yeah,
Jam.
Def Comedy Jam. Yeah, yeah.
That was like a religion for me and my friends. We'd watch it every Friday. I was in high school, and but you know, you'd have all those up and comers in there. But
Yeah.
who are some guys that you look up to, man? Then or and then now?
And now,
Yeah, and you
see,
mentioned earlier Joe
yeah,
Coy and some of the.
yeah. So growing up, I gotta start with the Latin Kings of comedy. You know,
Oh
you had
yeah,
George Lopez and Paul Rodriguez. You know, Joe Medina.
legends,
The
man.
legends. Paul Rodriguez mostly. You know him. I was fortunate enough to meet him a couple months ago, so that was pretty dope. George Lopez. He growing up, yeah, he's one of the top
Yep,
dogs.
yep.
You know, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, man, I'm a big fan of Kevin Hart.
Mm,
He's fun. Joe Coy, you know Joe
yeah.
Coy, Gabriel Iglesias,
Oh
you
yeah,
know
man.
they're funny as hell.
Yeah.
And then recently one of my favorites, Jerry Garcia.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Jerry Garcia. You know,
met him.
I caught up on him maybe 5 or 6 years ago. You know, I caught up on him,
Is that right?
and just cause finding out that he's from Huntington Park,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, he's right around the same area that I'm at, and all the jokes that he's saying, damn, I relate to that shit.
Yeah.
George Lopez, the jokes that he says, I could relate to it as a family standpoint. You know, oh yeah, my mom did the same shit. You know, my mom did the same thing. Jerry Garcia is kind of different. They're like, yeah, my kids did that. My kids, you know, I relate to all that. You know, everything that he says about his kids, are like, oh yeah, my kids are the same way. You know, so
Uh huh.
him and and then just recently I met a homie. His name is Rene Baca.
Okay. That sounds familiar.
He's doing his thing, man. He's blowing up. You know, he's pretty much one of the comedians that pretty much gave me a platform to do, you know, a show, uh, pretty much an all comedy show. You know,
Yeah.
he
Okay.
pretty much gave me my first start at an all comedy show. You know, because working with Blanca is a lot of hip hop and comedy. You know, you're gonna have hip hop artists doing
Yes.
their thing on stage, and then you got the comedian. But Renee really gave me that first opportunity to do all comedy, straight only comedy, all comedians, and so shout out to him, and he's just doing his thing now.
Yeah. Shout out.
Um, but Jerry Garcia, he was really one of my idols. You know,
Wow.
and only been a short time. You know, you have a lot of legends before that, but it was pretty much him. It's like there was something about him that I related to.
Okay.
You know, and before I even hit a stand up stage, before I even hit a stand up comedy or whatever, I seen him do a show at the Brea Improv.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen him
Brea.
do a show at the Brea Improv, and from there, I made it a goal of mine. Every person that was on that stage, I made it a goal that I was gonna perform with them at one point or another.
Uh huh.
And within that short year that I've been doing comedy, I completed that goal.
Wow.
I completed that goal. You had Rene Vaca,
Mm-hmm.
one of them,
Mm-hmm.
open up for him. Christian Saragosa, one of his road dogs. I did a show with him. Jesus Sepulveda,
Oh yeah.
he was on there. I did a show with him.
Okay.
Raul Reyes was the one that opened up. I did a show with him. One Bad Comic, he's in Texas, but he was a host. He's out of Texas. I haven't been able to go out there
Uh huh.
and do shows out there. And then Jerry Garcia, the closer, that all came full circle. You know, the April
Wow.
Fool show, where
Yeah.
he was a headliner, and I'm right here like, man, I set out a goal and I did it. Here I am. I'm
Yeah.
opening up for Jerry Garcia. At a show that was pretty much that was gonna be surrounded around me,
Mm-hmm.
because Blanca put that together. Sky put all that together, and
Definitely.
yeah, she put all that together, and I'm like, man, and not even less than a year, I set that goal and I did it.
Unbelievable.
If I could do this, if I could do this goal, whatever I set my mind to, I'm gonna do it. Whatever I set my mind to, I'm gonna do it.
Man, that I bring on people here, all my guests, man. They inspire me, and to hear that, David, is just like wow, man. It just gives you that hope, man. Like you mentioned, the hope and the motivation and the belief, that anything's possible, man.
Anything's possible, bro.
man.
Yeah, yeah. You put it to your mind, man. You put it in your mind, and you really work hard at it.
Yep.
Anything is possible, man. Nobody needs to see the behind the scenes or anything, Cause like I said, man, like I do everything at home, man. I do everything at home. I do all my videos at home. I don't really go out that much and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff and everything. But at the end of the day, it's like I've done enough for people to know who I am in such a short time.
Yeah.
But before this, like nobody even knew who I was. And it's like, man, I got a logo now. I'm doing comedy. My TikToks are going. I'm getting paid for them now and all that stuff. And like, man, it's going. I'm getting invited. I'm getting invited to a podcast. I didn't even know what a podcast was before I even started doing this, man. And so it's fun. I'm enjoying the ride, man. I'm really enjoying it, bro.
Damn, man. I still don't know what a podcast is. Bro.
I don't even know who I am.
Oh man, no, that's great. Like I said, man, people who are doing extraordinary things to inspire the human spirit, man, that's the essence of this podcast, and
Yeah.
and you're a true testament to that, man. And what going back to Blanca and Sky Presents, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into that a little bit, man. How did that come about? How did you guys partner up? And you kind of touched on it earlier.
Yeah.
But tell us about that, man, and how that's been going. And I know you guys just did. Were you the first? Correct me if I'm wrong. You were the first comic to sign on with
Yeah.
Sky, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the only comment. I'm
the only one.
Only comic under her name. The only comedian. So what happened? So once I started doing, my Lupita character, most of my videos really started going and going and going. And
Lupita with the eyelash.
Yeah, with the one eyelash. that came later on, but there's a guy. He goes by the name of I Know You're Watching. He does a lot of marketing for Snoop Dogg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does a lot
Nice.
of marketing for Snoop Dogg. He followed me. I'm gonna say right around the same time I started going, so like 2 years ago. He gave me a follow, and I looked him up, and I seen all these pictures of Snoop Dogg in high school. Like, oh shit, he's somebody. Like, okay, cool. And I even told my wife, like, look, this dude follow. He's cool with Snoop Dogg. Might be my opportunity. And he was always commenting on my videos and all that stuff, but never invited me nowhere.
Mhm.
I was like, man, why you following me more? You're getting my hopes up. Getting my hopes up. So he works under Bobby D.
Oh, yeah.
He works under Bobby D.
Wow.
Bobby D has his soldiers. Blanca's one of them. So she found me through him.
Okay.
Yeah, she found me through him. She saw one of my videos. He sent me some merch that he has. He sent me some merch, and I promised, okay, I'm gonna make a video, supporting your merch. I'll make a little skit, rocking the sweater that you sent me or whatever.
Mhm.
And that's how she saw me, and she thought it was funny. So she reached out to him, and he reached out to me first. And man, you don't do comedy? I'm like, oh, well, you got a show coming up? He's like, no, I got a homegirl and this and that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send you her profile and this and that. So he did that, and I sent her my number. As soon as I sent her my number, she called me right away.
Oh.
She's like, oh yeah, my name is Blanca Castro. I work for Bobby D. And at first, like, I don't even know who Bobby D is, but okay, but okay.
Uh-huh.
She's like, yeah, well, I got a fundraiser coming up for a good friend of mine, Joey Cholo. I never heard of him to this point either,
Right.
And she told me everything what the fundraiser was all about, and then I'm like, oh, well, I'm down, So she put me on. She really put me on from there. And then at that show, I don't know what I was doing, man. Once I got off stage, I seen all the hip hop artists that's under her get on stage. I was like, I gotta go on stage too. So I just went up. Like, I don't even know what I gotta do. And she looked at me. She's like, David. And she goes, let me find out. Let me find out you're part of my team now. I was like, I don't know. You tell me. I was like, you tell me. And she was so kind to me. She treated my family like family. Like, she was so nice, man. She was so cool. And ever since that, she started inviting me to shows more and more. And it's kind of like, we didn't even talk about it. We didn't like, let me manage you or none of that. It kind of just got blended in there. From all the shows, are like, we're family now, pretty much. Like, we're family now. And she's pretty much worked her ass off to get me to where I gotta be.
Wow.
Putting these shows together and everything. So it's kind of like, man, and we got a good team behind us, man. We got a good team. We're all doing our things. Shout out to Baby Girl. That's pretty much her top hip hop artist. She's out there doing her thing. And then she sees me doing my thing, and I told my wife, and I think she really fucking with me because I got my videos going out there,
Yeah.
It's like I'm getting views on top of views, So I think this is why Blanca pretty much, like, man, this boy's got something going for him, If he could help me, I'm gonna help him. and I've been under her wing ever since.
Wow, man.
So yeah, that's
That's
pretty
great.
much. Yeah, I know you watching. I know you watching. He pretty much he was the key to putting all this together.
Mm.
If he didn't follow me, I don't think none of this would have happened.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I met him one time, but after that, so it's pretty. That's pretty much how it went down, man.
Very cool, man. Yeah, and now you. I mean, how often are you performing now? Like, at this moment.
It's man, it's kind of like when I get booked, man. It's bang, bang, bang.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
3 or 4 shows a week.
Uh huh.
But when it slows down, it's like 1 or 2 shows, like every 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when it picks up, bang, bang, bang,
Yeah.
and then it slows down, and then
Just-
it picks up again. Yeah, so it's kind of like a wave.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like a wave. You got Blanca doing her thing for me, but then you got other comedians like hit me up out of the blue. Yeah, somebody cancel. Can show up? Somebody cancel. You show up. When's the last time you were on stage? You want to come do some stage time over here, here and there? I was like, yeah, I'm down. Whatever, let's go.
See.
But I'm more man like I don't really see myself as a true stand-up comedian, man.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't see myself as a true stand-up because I'm trying to expand my abilities, bro.
Okay.
I'm trying to expand. I see a lot of comics, man. I see a lot of comics, and they're just focused on stand-up comedy.
Uh huh.
Not me. Like all the connections, networking, man. Just meeting all these hip hop artists and all that stuff, and then doing hip hop and comedy shows. That's something that I want to do at the end of the day. Because I
Uh-huh.
met a lot of great artists that not even known out there yet.
Oh.
That people don't even know who they are yet. But I listen to their music on Spotify, and like, man, you guys. I'm like, how are you not signed yet?
Wow.
How you still like how's nobody even noticing you, man? Like people
They're
are,
that good, huh?
yeah, it's like people are sleeping on you, man. Like you got something going, and it's funny, man, because I see a lot of people. Meet a lot of people, and they all, man, I appreciate all the support. Because when I support somebody, man, I'll put their music in my videos.
Okay.
In the background, here and there, I'll put their music, in my videos. I'm always sharing their stuff. I'm always posting their stuff. I'm tagging them in a lot of things. And it's like, man, and then I started, doing my own IG live interviews.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I do my own IG live
Conversations with David Jasso.
interviews. Yeah, interviews with
Interviews.
Jasso.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
interviews with Jasso. Interviews with Jasso because
Interviews with
the whole
Jasso.
podcast, this like, man, if I could do this, like, let me flip the script. Let me flip the script. It's like I don't see all these people that I'm doing getting on interviews and all that stuff. So let me get them some exposure.
Oh yeah.
And then I got the homie Marzera. Shout out to him. I had an interview with him, and he pretty much told me at the end of the day, if you don't see it tomorrow, people are not gonna remember. They're not gonna remember you for the comedy. They're not gonna remember you for your content. They're gonna remember you. David Josso supported me when nobody else did. And I'm like, man,
Exactly.
that was deep. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
like it went 0 to 100 real quick. He's like, man, they're not gonna remember you for the comedy, and they're not gonna remember you for the content. I'll remember you for the support that you showed me at the end of the day. So I'm more like, man, I'd rather see you shine before I shine.
Mm.
I'm more humbled in that way. It's like I got the tools. I know what I could do, man. I got the tools. I have every confidence in myself. It's like if you don't have the tools that I do, I want to see you grind, man. I want to see you shine. I want you to. I want you to blow before I blow. It's because at the end of the day, it's like you did it, man.
Yeah.
You did it. At the end, like you did it, and I was there. I saw it. You started at the bottom. I saw it. And then more than I see myself in the mirror is like I'm not selfish whatsoever, bro.
That's great.
As I see myself, it's like I got the tools. I know what I got. I can handle myself. I can handle my own. But not a lot of people have the tools that I have. Not a lot of people have the talent. Not a lot of people have the platforms. Not a lot of people have the manager that I have. And it's like, man, if I can help you, I'm gonna help you any which way I can. Even if it's just a share or a comment
Yeah.
or whatever.
Exactly.
And all that stuff is free, man. All that stuff is free to do.
know.
It's free to share. It's free to comment. It's free to like.
Right.
But that one like, that one comment, you're gonna see somebody like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get that. It makes you feel good about yourself.
Exactly, man. No, I love that, man. I love that you're selfless and you're looking out for others, man. Gosh, man. I mean, what can you say about that, bro? And that's a great thing. I like what you said about you're trying to maybe diversify yourself a little bit because
Yeah.
you know what you got, man, and that's right up my alley too, man. Because I'm getting back into the acting thing. I'm doing the podcasting. I'm merch, and then this
Yeah.
and all these different areas of entertainment, man.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're thinking about along those lines? Maybe acting in the future.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
I'm more of I'm taking whatever comes my way. I'm taking whatever comes my way. I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not chasing anything. I'm just gonna keep. I'm doing what I'm doing. If it comes my way, then that's the opportunity I'm gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
The doors open up. I'm gonna walk through them. The opportunities come. I'm gonna take them.
Got it.
But at first, when I first started, I was chasing stuff, man. I was chasing everybody. Give me the shot. Give me the opportunity. Let me do it. But like I said, the homie Rene Vaca, he told me, man. He told me, keep doing what you're doing, and eventually they're gonna come to you.
Mm.
Stay on your grind. Do what you do. Don't chase nobody.
Focus on that.
Yeah, keep focusing on your craft. Do what you got to do, and they're gonna come to you. And that's exactly what happened. People are coming to me. I'm like, man, let me focus on doing what I gotta do, and things are gonna come to me. And everything's falling in place. Like I said, like I'm working on trying to get venues in La Habra. To do shows like that. I love being around music. I love being around hip hop, and all that stuff. So if I could do shows, it's all hip hop. Let me do that. If I could do shows, all comedy, because of my connections, I could do that. And I have a paranormal show as well.
Oh, Chicano
Yeah,
Paranormal.
Chicano
That's right.
Paranormal. I got
Gosh, man.
Chicano Paranormal. I got my merch coming out. I got a homie from Vegas that makes my shirts for me.
Okay.
He's out of Vegas, and I'm trying to get him on his grind. I'm trying to get him going.
Yeah.
And it's like, man,
That's cool,
it-
man.
it's and then the whole IG interview stuff. It's like I got these connections. Let me interview these people. So now I'm trying to get into the podcast game. I got my own podcast coming out within a week or two. That I'm gonna put on YouTube, and that one is just the story of David Jasso.
Okay.
It's just me, because everybody asked me like, who are you from? Where'd you come from? And this and that. Okay, let me tell my story now.
Nice.
I'm not gonna have no guests, no special features. It's just daily, weekly stories from the time I grew up, from the time I met my wife, from the time I got my kids. My kids' mom, how I met her, how I met my wife, the way my mom treated me growing up, the way my sisters growing up, all them stories. Man.
Lots of content right there.
A lot of content, man. Just growing up, it's like this is why I am how I am, and why my name, why my name is unique. And stuff like that. So I'm excited to get that going, man. I'm excited to get that going, really.
Oh, salute, man.
I'm empty.
Oh, really? But yeah, man, that's awesome. I think again, man, it goes back to that I word, inspiration, man. And you're getting to all these different facets of entertainment, man, and I think that's great, man. Why, if that's what you want to do, why not? Shit,
Yeah, exactly. Even Blanca
Yeah.
reached out to me, like, you're putting too much on your plate. Relax.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, you're putting too much on your plate. Relax. And I told her, you know what? I want to do something. I know if I can't do it.
Yeah.
I want to do something. I know I can't do it. So I just slowed down a little bit. I was like, man, she's right. I'm doing too much shit.
I get that sometimes.
I'm
Man.
doing too much shit. So let me just take what I got, and let me get some money first before I start doing everything else. So
Right.
that was. But whatever I have going right now is, I'm just focusing. Trying to get my brand out. Trying to copyright everything I'm doing right now.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna continue my content because
Yeah.
I got limited ideas.
Nice.
Gotta continue the TikTok, especially if they're paying me now. Yeah, the comedy is gonna come. It's always gonna be there.
Exactly.
The acting. I'm pretty close with Chicano Hollywood now.
Okay.
Yeah, Chicano Hollywood.
Johnny.
Big
shout out to Johnny.
Johnny Maria. Yeah. I auditioned for the King of Downey.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I auditioned for that, but they gave it Concrete ended up getting the
Oh.
Concrete. Shout out to Concrete. Concrete got that part,
Oh.
But I'm not gonna hate on that. He's been in the game longer than me,
Yeah, no doubt.
So, I mean, the acting comes, it comes. Whatever comes my way, man. Whatever comes my, I'll do Pornhub if I have to, if it comes my way. Yeah, well, whatever gets me paid, bro. It's like whatever's gonna make me money. I'm trying to get out of work. I'm not trying to do this 8-hour, 9-hour jobs no more.
Nah, exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, man. I wanted to ask you, brother, if somebody comes up to you, hey, David, I'm thinking of getting into stand-up comedy. I'm ready to do it. I'm ambitious. I'm fired up about it. I'm motivated. What do you tell them, man?
Man, it's like you just gotta start somewhere, bro. Just start. Just you gotta move forward, man. Even if you gotta crawl, these baby steps, man. Just start somewhere.
Yep.
Just start somewhere. Even if you, like I said, just talk to yourself in the mirror. If you can make yourself laugh, then go with it. Go with it. And just take. Even if you gotta do open mics, go out there. Just test the waters, man. Just test the waters. I'm fortunate enough that I've never had to do an open mic. I never done any open mics or anything.
Oh, yeah.
So it's everybody's different, man. Everybody's different, but I know how hard comedy could be. And if you don't have the connections, you don't know the right people. It's hard. It's hard. So it's if you're cool, if I think you're funny, I'll take you under my wing too.
Nice.
I'll take, but I'll support you to an extent, man. I'll support you to an extent. I think you're funny. I'm gonna ride with you, but I could be an asshole sometimes too, man. It's like, man, that wasn't it, bro.
Yeah.
That wasn't it. Like,
But you're doing it as a constructive criticism.
It's like that wasn't it, bro. It's like kind of switch little things here and up,
Yeah.
And it's more like I've heard that before, bro. Like do your own, do your own style, because I've had, like I said, I had few people hit me up on Instagram, like, man, like, how do I get started? It was like, only you know that, man. Only you know what you want to do. It's only so far I could give you the advice. I could give you, positive feedback and all that stuff, but it's only you gotta be the one to actually take that step forward. I'm not gonna be here to hold your hand and move you forward. And it's like, if you show people that you're willing to work, really to take that criticism, to take all the negativity and make that, like, let that feed you, let that feed your fuel. Like, I've had comments on, like, dude, you're not even funny and this and that. Let it go. Let it go. Like, I'm gonna show shit. I don't care. Like,
Haters.
one person is not compared to the freaking millions that are putting the laughing emoji or whatever.
Right.
It's not gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Exactly, man.
So it's like, man, all you gotta do is just take a step forward, man. You gotta put your foot down and just start. You just gotta start, man. If you don't start, man, then it's just a thought in your mind. It's just a thought on paper.
Take action.
Yeah. If you don't act, then you're just gonna be sitting at home wondering, what if, what if, what if. Stop doing the what ifs and actually do it. Start doing the do's and not the what ifs.
I love it, man. I love it. Just do it, right? Like Nike.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that simple, man.
Shout out to Nike.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I need some new shoes.
Yeah. But like you said, everybody's got a different road. Everybody's got a different journey, man, and no two journeys look the same. No, that's great, man. You know what, man? What's next for you, man? Before we wrap things up, tell us some of the upcoming projects you got coming up, man. Upcoming shows, and let us know, man. What's going on?
So, I'm more is more of a week by week type thing for me at the moment, but I got a show in Hollywood next week, next Thursday. First time performing in Hollywood.
The April, what is that? The 28th, I think.
April 28th. My manager Blanca is trying to do the April Fool's thing. The Fool's comedy on a monthly basis now.
Okay.
So we're trying to get that going. May 1st is a Sunday. We have a Steal the Stage competition where I'm hosting, and it's all hip hop. It's a hip hop competition. It's pretty much Steal the Stage. The fans choose a winner. So I'm hosting that. I've been hosting it for the last 3 months. So I got that going. I'm trying to get my merch out. Comedy is king.
Nice.
I got my hats. I got my shirts. I'm trying to get that going. I'm trying to pick up on my Chicano Paranormal. I'm trying to pick that going. I'm looking for an audio and video tech. Yeah, I'm looking for an audio and video tech that just wants to join the ride because I don't got the money to pay you right now. So I'm just trying to do that.
Soon you will.
Yeah, soon. Trying to have another baby. That threw her off right there. I was like, wait, hold up. My pull-out game is weak. But yeah, it's just pretty much just I'm just living day by day. Just living day by day. Any major projects coming up, I don't have. It's just whatever just comes my way. Yeah, just whatever comes my way, man. Just like this. This wasn't planned. You reached out to me and just like, okay.
Yeah.
It happened. Driving out here with no gas to Semi Valley. I don't even know how to say it. Is it Semi or
Simi.
Simi?
Simi Valley. Simi Valley.
Is that one eye
Simi
silent?
Valley way.
Like if one's eye silent. It's the mountain views that I've ever seen before in my life.
I know, right?
But yeah, man, I'm pretty much just grinding. Let everything come to me, bro. This is what it is. Just let everything come to me. But yeah, I got a next Thursday. Thursday, I got a show in Hollywood, and then I got Steal the Stage May 1st, and then after May, I put it out there already on booking. So if you guys want to book me, reach out to Blanca, aka Sky Presents. It's time to get paid, bro. That's what it is. Time to get paid. I said at the beginning, all my followers, my day ones, there's only a certain time where free is gonna be free. Now I'm gonna start charging those Bad Bunny prices.
Well, what is that once that one meme or whatever? Yesterday's price is not today's price, right? I think Fat Joe or something.
Yeah, something like yesterday's price is not today's prices. So like
the price has gone up.
Yeah, the prices are gone up. Because pretty much you gotta know your worth now. You gotta know your worth. And it's like it's pretty much putting a price on yourself. If I'm gonna keep on doing free, then it's not gonna get me nowhere. So I'm not gonna get me nowhere. So
no doubt, man.
Yeah, don't take it. Don't sleep on me, man. The Bad Bunny prices. Bad Bunny probably start charging you $10,000. $10,000 just to come see me.
Jeez, Bad Bunny.
Shit, imagine shit.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that to my fans. I'll keep it. I accept EBT. Full stamps.
No, that's good, man. That's good. No, man. I want to congratulate you on everything you got going on, man. I wish you the utmost success and everything, man. All your endeavors. You need a guest for your podcast. Let me know. I'll be there, man. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Before we go, brother, tell us where we can find you, your social media, websites, all that good stuff.
All right, yeah, you can find me at David Jasso Comedy. That's David Jasso Comedy on Instagram, TikTok. Those are my 2 platforms. It's just David Jasso on YouTube. You'll see old videos. I haven't posted that much lately, but once I get my podcast going, I'm gonna start being more and more on YouTube, and also Chicano Paranormal. Chicano Paranormal on Instagram and TikTok. Also on YouTube, we got 2 episodes on there that are pretty dope, I think. But we're gonna get that kick back up once we get our gears together. Chicano Paranormal, both on TikTok and Instagram. David Jasso Comedy. It's Jasso. Don't forget the J, or else I'll become an asshole.
Not Jasso, not Hasso.
Not Hasso, it's Jasso.
Jasso, goddamn it.
It's Jasso. It's adopted Italian name, so
okay.
It's not Hasso, it's not Jasso, it's not asshole. Okay. It's Jasso. It's Jasso, and that's
There it is, man.
There it is.
There it is, man. Big shout out to Erica there in the
wife,
background.
Shout out to
his better half.
Wife. Yep, 7 years, going 7 years strong. 7 years strong. She's there everywhere I go. She's with me no matter what. Even now, she just got off of work and she's like, let's go then.
Wow,
let's go.
man.
Did her makeup in the car with all the bumps. I know her eyelash is kind of like fucked up on one side, but she's here. But she's here on camera, So, and she's the life of the party, man. She's the life of the party. Everybody comes and she just vibes with everybody. They pay attention more to her than they do with me. So, it is. Yeah, you said her name more times than you did mine. So it is what it is. There it is. There. Yeah, she's my dog. I love her to death, man. She's everything. Hey, I'm working hard to give her the house that she always wanted. So
there you go, man. No, it's great to have a.
Oh, she wants the RV. Hey, she wants the camper. She wants short camper. So there you go.
Yeah, we can work something out. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk. $5 an hour.
As soon as you. Oh man, no man. Again, man, I want to wish you all the luck and all the success, man. Thank you guys for coming out here, and ladies and gentlemen, go follow David, man. Go check out his skits. Go check out Lupita. We didn't really touch on Lupita with the one eyelash, and she's funny, and his skits are funny. His content is funny. His comedy, everything this guy is doing he's on his way up, man. And there's no secret. It's no secret. So go check him out, man. Thanks again, guys. Once again,
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me. Top 4 podcast in Los Angeles, but not really the Valley. The profile pod. That was my profile. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, no. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anytime, bro.
That was fun, man.
That's right. Profiling David Jasso
The good profile, and not the one when the cops stopped me. This was a good profile.
That's right.
Yeah, yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
You're going home after this, right? After this
Yeah,
profile.
we're gonna go straight to get something to eat.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. But no, man, thanks again, man. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have David Jasso. The comedy is king.
Comedy
Right
is
there. Go
king.
check out his
Yes,
merch.
sir.
You will not go wrong there, man. And thanks again, Erica, for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for tuning in to this episode of the Profile Pod, hosted by yours truly, Double A, with David Jasso. Go check him out. Again, leave me a rate and review. Give me the feedback. Tell me how much you love my biceps. You know how much you love David here, and it's always great to get that content, that feedback, that communication. So don't forget to do that. Rate and review, and like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. That's all me. Like David mentioned it earlier. It's all free, man. To support someone, just to hit the like button, it's a click of a button, man, and it all means so much to us as content creators, as artists, and what have you. So. Thanks again, everybody tuning in. We'll see you next week. For David Jasso and Erica, I'm Double A here on the Profile Pod, reminding you to always take it easy.
Show.
Show.